And good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Coffee Jolt with Johnny Cleveland. That's me, John Suchan. Welcome aboard. Thanks for being here on this Monday morning. It's a heat wave here in Ohio, much of the East Coast. We appreciate you being here watching our show, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of Fans First Sports Network. And my dog over here, Rufus, he's snoring. So if you hear him, that's not me snoring. I'm talking. He's snoring. Got an old dog over here to our left here, or our right, wherever. But again, welcome aboard. Did want to let everybody know that we're going to be doing some switching here with our streaming on the Fanatical Elves Network, part of Fans First. We are streaming right now from StreamYard, great product, but we are switching over to Riverside, and so many of our colleagues here from the variety of shows, we're all going to be switching over to that. So there might be some technical glitches here and there. We appreciate you staying with us. If we do see some glitches or you come across that, we are getting used to the new product. It looks like a great product. We're just working on that with Fans First, and appreciate their commitment to our Fanatical Elves Network here. We are growing, continue to grow by leaps and bounds, and couldn't do it without you guys. We really appreciate your loyalty. Follow us, subscribe to us. We need you to follow us on Apple or on Spotify or on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio, any place that you watch or listen to your podcasts. We really need you to follow us, subscribe to us. We're on YouTube as well, so subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, the Fanatical Elves. You can find us here on the X, on the Elves Network. We are supported by the Hemisphere Coffee Roasters. They shake the hand of the farmer. A great product, great coffee. Check them out. Our link is on the X page as well. I'll be having my Johnny Cleveland show tomorrow. This is our morning daily show that I have during my hiatus from my other gig, school. And so this is, I'm into my second week of my 6-week long break. It used to be so much longer. I'm just missing those days, but taking advantage of it. And you get to hear me in the mornings. It is a little bit, about 11:19 this morning that you're listening to us. I did already get outside. It is hotter than Hades out there. Took a walk around the neighborhood, a couple miles, so feeling rejuvenated, ready to go. I do have my coffee. I don't know, like drinking hot coffee after you've been around the block a few times is with this heat wave is a little I'm not sure that I'll continue to do that. I should be drinking water. My wife always says I should be drinking water, so I'm not sure how good this coffee is going to be. But all right, so the news with the Brownies. This is a Cleveland. We focus on the Cleveland Browns, but we also talk a little bit about Cleveland sports, and I'll bring up those things too as we go a little bit today. But the Browns, the lead story is Shedeur Sanders, of course. He got a speeding ticket, and then we found out he had another speeding ticket prior. And so you've either gone into this camp of, oh my God, this guy is just, he's immature, kick him off the team. We don't need him. Let's trade him, get rid of him now, cut him, release him. And then the other group is like, for God's sakes, man, it's a speeding ticket. And I'm in that ballpark. It's a speeding ticket, and maybe it's 2. And I don't know how many of you, when you were in your early 20s or late 20s or teens or whatnot, and you were driving your cars, how many of you got speeding tickets? I know I got 3 or 4 in that time frame. I think I got 2 back to back in like a month or 2, and then I was like, oh shoot. I had to really watch it there because you start getting a few of those, and they've mentioned with Shedeur that your license and some of these things could be in jeopardy. But the fact is, this kid is 22, 23 years old. He's been doing everything to the highest degree, character guy. And yeah, he was speeding. He was speeding on I-71, going 100 there in Brook Park. Yeah, he's not familiar with or Strongsville or wherever it was, where the cops are there on 71. I've been through there like you, and we know where the cops are. But, he went through there. It was a high rate of speed. And he got pulled over. But for some of these local folks and the national media folks that are continually saying, oh, man, I hope he really learned his lesson. Mary Kay, just shut up. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why some of you guys out there who are analysts and you follow this team are bashing this kid so much and want this kid off this team. I mean, it's just crazy. You look back at other players we've had, for God's sakes, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, for God's sakes, was being chased by the police when he was in Oklahoma. I mean, there's just all sorts of crazy stuff that we Browns fans have seen over the years. So for anybody out there who is nitpicky and trying to bash this young kid, you're just being stupid. So just stop. We don't want to hear you talk about how Shadir needs to grow up and whatever. He openly admits it. Like he already discussed it. I think at the softball game, he's saying he's not going to be driving much anymore. His brother, who was picked up by Tampa Bay, is making jokes about him from afar. So just let this thing rest. All of you are just wasting. You're just trying to pick up on a story and make it run, and it's just stupid, and it's just bad journalism, and you just need to stop and focus on something else. Focus on something good. There's a lot of good out there. The Browns have a lot of new young talent coming into this team, a pair of new running backs that everybody that is a Browns fan is seemingly excited about. We are upset or disappointed that Nick Chubb is not coming back. I did want to talk about Nick Chubb just for a second. My colleague, Steve Gill, who does the Dog Pound South podcast, great show. Check him out on Sundays. His show comes out, but he puts together a blog. He writes for Also Fans First, and he was writing about Nick Chubb a little bit in his contract, and I just wanted to kind of share that out a little bit on the details of that. Steve looked into this, and it says that the base salary is $1.5 million, a signing bonus of $575,000 per game, and there's a per game roster bonus, so every game that he plays in, of $425,000. The 1-year deal has a value of $2.5 million and an additional $2.5 million through incentives. His cap hit is $2.275 million. Basically, it's a contract for a veteran running back, according to Steve. And he says he doubts because of his age and injury, he'll ever get another multi-year deal, which I agree with as well. By the way, my dog, if you can hear him in the background, Rufus, Roo, stop snoring. My dog is snoring. You have a dog that snores? Hey, dude, wake up. Wake up. We're live, folks, and my dog Rufus is snoring. All right. I mean, he slept last night. I don't understand. He's getting older. So, a couple of things too in Steve's article that I thought were interesting. He talked about, maybe some of these other veteran players like David Njoku and Martin Emerson getting contract extensions potentially. He also mentioned, who was the other guy? He talked about Posick and Denzel Ward. He mentions early on that the Browns are $18 million under the salary cap. And he says with Ward's contract and Posick's contract, will give the team more room for potential signings later on in the year. The other thing that he talked about was this 4 quarterback controversy and people saying, well, the Browns could carry 4 quarterbacks into the season. It's way too early for that. And he did remind us that last year at this time, the Browns did keep the 4 quarterbacks until the very end when they got rid of, they were trying to trade Tyler Huntley, if you recall. But in the end, Tyler Huntley was released a day or two before the season started. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's pause here for a quick commercial break. This is Coffee Jolt with Johnny Cleveland. We'll be right back. So we were talking, thank you for joining us here on the Coffee Jolt with Johnny Cleveland. Steve Gill's article, who does his Dog Pound South podcast, check that out here on the Fanatical Elves Network. We were looking at the restructuring of Nick Chubb's contract and a few other things at the Browns. They're $18 million under the cap, which is great. And then we talk about the quarterback's situation. We've already elaborated on Shedeur Sanders and his speeding tickets. I thought it was really interesting, by the way, too. If you check out another one of our colleagues, Sam the Man Britton, our youngster down there in Dallas, Texas, he does his Browns breakdowns. Great show. Listen to his audio version of that show is out this morning, and he talks about going back to the Shedeur thing with his age. And Sam the Man, our colleague, he's Sam, I think he's 16 or 17 right now, but he's very, very keen and understanding of, what young people like we're mentioning here in their late teens and 20s into their early 30s are like. And we got to give these guys kind of a break. And Sam went through several other cases of other profiled players in the league that have had much more serious episodes with, driving instances where they've hit and run and all these things. And so when we're starting to nitpick about Shedeur, it's just way too much. So just stop, like I said before. All right. Finally, I did want to give a shout out to the Bearded Browns podcast group. I know they came out with their colleagues. They had some projections this morning on the and if you're watching Bearded Browns podcast, I just wanted to share out a little bit about your predictions and encourage you to answer their poll or give them their predictions. But they are predicting the Browns to go 11 wins and 6 losses. And they went through each game, and I thought I'd go through this and kind of counter it with what I think could happen with the season. I don't think the Browns are going to go 11 and 6. Here, I'm going to drink my coffee. It is Coffee Jolt with Johnny Cleveland, so I'm going to drink a little sip of my coffee here. Give me 1 second. Just, you can sing a song in your head while you're waiting for me. Or you can listen to Rufus snore, my dog behind me. Unbelievable. Do you have a dog that snores? My dog snores. Okay, so the Bearded Browns show. Check them out. Follow them on the X. Great group of guys. I saw that they were on another podcast. I think the dogs or whatnot. They were at some bowling alley, which is really cool. So good job with that. But they had their predictions. So they go with the Brownies beating the Bengals in week 1. They have the Brownies losing. I won't give you every game, but they have the Browns losing to the Ravens, which I agree with. They have the Browns winning against the Packers. Now, they say it will be a shootout. They have them winning 27-22 against the Green Bay Packers. And, those early season games recently, you'd hope that the Browns would be in position, but it seems like sometimes they don't. So I don't know if that's going to be a win. So that would be one game that I don't totally agree with. I think that could be a loss. Then they have they go to play the Detroit Lions. They have them losing. I agree with that. Then they have the Vikings coming to town. And again, it's one of those, they don't have them coming to town. They're playing them over in England. And I can't see the Browns going to England, going to London and beating the Minnesota Vikings. I just don't see that. They have them coming home and then losing to the Steelers, which I agree with. They have them beating the Miami Dolphins later on, which, again, the last time I think we played the Dolphins, we got crushed. Raiders game, they have them beating the Raiders at the Raiders. We can't win out in California, so I don't see that. I can't. Every time the Browns go out to the West Coast, it's just hard to see that. So I don't think that that's going to be possible. Then they have them playing a win at home against San Francisco. Let's be honest. We were lucky to get the win at home against San Francisco. The last time we played them, we got luck broke our way when he missed the field goal. So I don't see that as a win either. So that's at least 2 wins that I see, or losses that they see as wins. They have them winning against the Titans. At that point in week 14, we could be seeing Shedeur Sanders against Cam Ward. They have them beating the Bears on the road. I just can't see them beating the Chicago team on the road. they have them losing to the Bills and then finishing the season with a win against the Steelers, which is possible. And I think then they said a win against the Bengals, or actually the game would be at the Bengals, and they have them losing. So I see at least probably 3 games that I would probably differ on, maybe 4. So in my mind right now, instead of having 11 wins, the Browns could have 7, maybe 8 wins, be right around that 500 mark. I'd be the happiest guy in the world if they end up turning this around and making it an 11-win season. That would be fantastic. And I hope Bearded Browns podcast, you guys are right. But check them out. Give them your predictions. Go to their X page. If you don't follow them, follow them. So thanks, guys. That was a good list. Good matches there. And we'll see how the season goes. We've got 2 months plus until the season actually gets going. The training camp for the Brownies starts July 18th. The rookies report July 22nd. I think the veterans show up. My God, Rufus is. Hey, Ru, wake up, dude. He is sound asleep, dude, and he is snoring. I know this is like the 4th time I've mentioned this, but it's distracting my podcast. All right. Let's switch gears for a quick second. Cleveland, the Guardians ended up beating the A's and took the series. So now the Guardians are coming back to town. I think they play the Toronto Blue Jays. They now have a record of 39 wins, 37 losses. Let me take a sip of my coffee while you listen to Rufus snore. And the other big news in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder did win. They finally beat the Indiana Pacers to capture their first NBA title. So congratulations to Oklahoma. I'm not a big Thunder fan. I did live out there in Wichita, Kansas, and did go to a game or 2 down in Oklahoma where back in the day, the Cavs came out there to play the Thunder, and that was the first go-around that LeBron was with the team. It was a good game. Great atmosphere there in Oklahoma City. I know if you've watched any of that series, both those cities in Indianapolis and Oklahoma really support their basketball team. So congratulations to the Oklahoma Thunder, even though I'm not happy that the Cavs didn't make it to the finals this year. They are predicted. The early predictions are out. They are the second team favorite in the NBA to win the title next year. I think Oklahoma is a plus 220, and I think the Cavs are now like a plus 700 to capture that win. I would encourage you to go any, betting sites. And if you want to put some money down, especially on the Brownies, I think most places only have the Browns winning 6 or 7 games. So if you follow the Bearded Browns podcast and their predictions this morning, that's an easy bet. You're going to win some money if you put some money down. So, all right, folks, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Stay inside. Hopefully you have some air conditioning. It's not too hot where you're at here in Buckeye State. It's going to be here in the Columbus area, about 96, 97. Feeling more like 105. I feel like I'm back in Wichita, Kansas. My God, there were days on end out there in those summers. I'm telling you, I think this planet just keeps heating up, and it's getting warmer and warmer. So stay inside, stay cool, enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, we'll catch you on the other side tonight, stirring the pot with myself and Lou Marconi at 9:15. Tune back into us, and I'll be coming back with another Coffee Jolt with Johnny Cleveland tomorrow morning. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Take care and see you next time. And now my exit music, maybe. See ya.